Like, this is the kind of stuff that children that are in men form try to do. So I, went into my LinkedIn account and looked at my notifications, and lo and behold, I had a notification saying that someone looked at my page 2 months ago. So this person pops into my life like super randomly at random moments. It could be like a year or two, and then he'll just like pop up, talk to me for a little while, get my hopes up that we're gonna like be cool again, and then he just like stops talking to me. This is my ex. He popped into my LinkedIn before in the past. I saw that he looked at my profile 2 months ago, but he didn't say anything. Well, he has my email address, so I'm not sure why he didn't just message me. He kind of like comes into my life at these odd times and just kind of like shakes up my emotions, because I'm constantly always thinking about this person. Like he just pops into my dreams randomly. I can't control that. I think like in the back of my mind, the situation is not ever done for me. I pressed the connect button because LinkedIn was not letting me send a message, so that he knows that I know that he was looking at my page. But last time I told him I saw him looking at my page, he said that that was old. It was older than what LinkedIn was saying. My thing is this: you don't want me, so why are you like on my page? Because you always let me know that I'm not what you want. And so, but obviously he just always makes me feel kind of incomplete as a woman. But he's someone who like I've been with on and off since like 2007. He's someone who always let it be known that we're like not together. And then one year I just kind of got fed up with that and just kind of like pushed myself into his life completely. Like I moved myself into his house. It ended like way before I moved, like over 5 years ago, over 6 or 7 years ago. I have no idea. But I feel like a lot of women have gone through situations like this where they've been with someone that they truly wanted to be with, and that person didn't reciprocate what they were giving out. New events have happened since my last video. I hit the connections button the other day. He finally messaged me this morning saying my middle name, basically. So I just kind of like felt like we were in like joking mode. So I just kind of like messaged and how's everybody? How's everything? We kind of started talking about businesses, found out that he owns a business now, which I think is awesome. The person that I saw inside of him, I don't know if he saw in himself, but the person that I saw was someone that I thought would be like really great at some point in his life. And I kind of feel like I always miss a milestone. Like I always like be there for like the planning stages of a milestone, and then never there for the whole execution. So I messaged him and I was like, hey, if hopefully this won't be like a one-time small talk conversation. I told him that, I'm kind of sad that we're not closer, and kind of wish that we could be closer, as friends. And so I was like, just hoping that, this conversation wasn't just going to be a one-time thing. So I did share my phone number, which I've done in the past. My phone number has never changed. But like what ends up happening is like whenever we talk, he has like a phone number that we talk on, and then when we're done talking, he like changes his number. It's like, oh, I logged into LinkedIn and they suggested you as a friend, which he said things like that to me before in the past when he's like kind of started talking back to me. And so I'm not sure 100% if that's what actually happened, because I remember one time, years ago, he said that his mom had asked about me and that's why he messaged me, but then later told me that that wasn't true. There's times when he made me feel like I was the most important person in his life, and then there are a lot of moments where he made me feel like I was in the wrong place, like I shouldn't be here. So today is day 3 of trying to like reconnect with my ex. Just now I was asking questions about like business stuff and like filing taxes for businesses, and he's just like, you need to hire an accountant. I have an accountant that does my stuff. And I'm just like, oh, well, can you just like ask your accountant a question? Like, hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? And then he's just like, you need to get your own accountant. You know, basically, I'm not going to ask her how she does this. And so I'm like, okay, well, when you filed your taxes, like, did you guys do it together or whatever? Like, or did you file your personal and your business together? Did you file it separately? I asked that question and he was like, why are you asking me so many questions? And it's like, I'm just asking because like I started my business, but I haven't like started making money from it. So I'm not sure if I should file my business and personal together. I was just asking a question. There was another question when I was like, what kind of friends do you want to be? And like, that's a weird question to ask somebody. But the reason why I asked it is because I had asked a question yesterday that made him feel kind of awkward answering. And I just wanted to like make sure this was going to be a situation where I could be kind of like raw and unfiltered and like say the things that I want to say, but really I can't, because if I do say certain things, he gets like really defensive about it. And he's like wanting to know like why I'm asking a certain question, like I have like hidden motives, or like he says that I ask questions that I already know the answers to. And it's like, I'm just having a conversation with you. Like every time we talk, I remember why the situation like probably didn't work before. Just got off like one of the most horrible conversations like ever, and it was like probably a conversation that's like completely unnecessary that I even like shouldn't have even been having. I recommend like for the women watching my videos, if you have a situation with someone and that situation like absolutely doesn't work out for whatever reason, it didn't work out, leave it alone. If that person decides to like come back into your life for any reason, in any role, don't allow it, because all it's going to do, especially like if you want to be with that person and that person doesn't want to be with you, all it's going to do is mess with your mental health and mess you up emotionally, and it's not going to be a good outcome for you. And they're going to go on not caring about you the same way that they didn't care before, and you're just going to be left sitting here wondering why you even wasted your time. So I'm telling you from the beginning, nip it in the bud. Don't even like cut that shit off. The conversation started out fine, but it seems like every single day that I'm talking to this person, I kind of felt the shift in the conversations. Like if I talk about certain things, then I get a certain response. Like, don't expect people to change, because like I feel like people don't change when they get like a certain age, because I feel like today is going to be the last conversation. I can't have somebody bringing up my marriage and telling me that I messed up my marriage when I told you that I did that. So like you're not going to use that as a weapon against me. Like this is what just happened. Like you're not going to use that as a weapon against me. You're not going to tell me that I messed up my marriage and try to throw that in my face when I told you that. Like this is the kind of stuff that children that are in men form try to do. They try to use everything that you said and use it as a weapon against you when they don't like something that you said about them. You're two different people. I don't have time for that. Like, and you're trying to throw in my face the fact that I'm single and I haven't had a situation, to tell me that the reason why I haven't had a relationship in 3 years is because I don't have options. Yeah, I don't have options. Nobody wants to be with me. No one is in my messages right now asking to be with me. Yes, sir, you are correct. I don't have any options. I'm only talking to you because I don't have options. Yes, you are right. Why do men know us so well? Yeah, so it's not even worth like putting out or like even shedding any more light on the situation. Like sometimes I have to even keep stuff in my notes section that just like reminds me like why I don't talk to this person. Like literally I have like a page and pages and pages and pages and pages of why I don't talk to this person, but still I keep allowing this person to like trail back into my life and show up for a moment or two, say whatever he wants to say, and then disappear. While I was on the airplane, I was like a little bit overwhelmed because I went back home, very emergency. situation. I had a death in the family, a Muslim death in the family, so that was like a lot to deal with. I'm single right now. I usually always get back into the rhythm of like communicating with my exes, and it's usually because I need attention. It's really unhealthy, but I do it. And one of my exes, who's like the notorious ex, he started back talking to me again, and I actually messaged him, and then he started back talking to me again. So how he kind of operates, he will talk to you like every single day when you guys start talking. So when we start talking back, it's an everyday conversation. It's usually hours long for the day. And we have been talking for almost, I want to say about 2 weeks now, like every single day. And then we were planning on hanging out. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. So I get to Savannah, the conversation slowed down dramatically to the point where I'm barely really talking to him throughout the day. And he kind of tried to make it seem like, you know what, you're dealing with family stuff. But like, this is the time when you kind of need someone the most to talk to. Like all those other conversations that we were having, I didn't need you for those conversations. But now I'm at the point where I feel super overwhelmed and I need somebody to talk to, but the conversations kind of slowed down dramatically. So I was like, I'll just meet you on Sunday, blah, blah, blah. So he's just like, well, I'll let you know I have something to do on Sunday. So Saturday comes, I don't hear from him at all. What he does is he'll communicate with you, and then he'll communicate with you nonstop for like a week or two, and then he'll disappear for months, sometimes years, and you will never hear from him again. And then one day he'll just pop back up and we'll talk again like nothing ever happened, and we'll talk nonstop for like 2 weeks, whatever, and then he'll disappear again for a couple of years. It's just, that's how the situation has been going. And so I kind of felt like on Saturday that that's what he was trying to do again. So he answered the phone, and just like I thought, he was going to make it seem like I should have been the one to initiate conversation. And I'm just like, I kind of felt like you were about to do your little disappearing act on me, basically, like you always do. You always disappear on me. You talk to me for a while, we'll either bicker or get into an argument or something will happen, and then you just like disappear. And I was like, when I didn't hear from you all day Saturday, I didn't know what to do. I was just kind of like, I just explained to him, like, it just gives me a lot of anxiety when you do the disappearing stuff. Like when I think that things are fine and something will happen and you just disappear, and it's just like, I don't know like how to deal with that. And it's just like me telling him that and me saying that this situation makes me really anxious. He's just like, didn't really say anything. And it's just like, why do you even care to express these things to him? Because he does not care about you. Like, and I can't like bring myself to just understand that. Like, it's just like, he's the only person, the only ex that I've ever dealt with that I just can't bring myself to understand that this person does not care about you. And I can tell that it's happening. And he's just like, you should have contacted me. He was like, when did you leave? I'm like, I left today. It's Monday. And he's just like, well, Saturday was a better day for me again. He's like, I don't understand why you're upset. And I'm just like, I'm not upset. There's no reason to be upset. I'm pissed, but whatever. I'm not upset. He's not going to have that much power over the situation. So I'm not going to tell him that I'm pissed off, because I feel like it's bullshit. And I'm just like, you play cards every Sunday. I understand that this is some type of a ritual that you and your family, they do. But if I haven't seen somebody in years and they come to town for a serious situation and I want to see them and they want to see me, I'm going to put off stuff that I normally do that I could do next week. And I will sit there and allow it and just take it, and then be so butthurt when we stop talking. And it's like so crazy to me. And it's okay. And it's just like, why don't you just go away? Like, why don't you just disappear completely from my life? I had so much stuff that I wanted to do today. I just had a lot of stuff that like a lot of ideas, and this situation just kept like weighing me down today. So I just like ended the conversation with him because I could tell he really didn't want to talk. So I was just like, hey, I was just checking in, because he's never made me feel like I'm like number one priority. Never. I treat him like number one priority, but he doesn't ever treat me like number one priority. I risk going to work. I risk sleep to talk to him. Like, I risk so much stuff to talk to him. Like, I stayed extra days in Savannah when I didn't have to see him. I'm going to just continue with my day because I just, whatever. I already know I'm not going to hear from him anymore after this moment, and he's going to say it's because I didn't contact him. But I'm completely over it at this point. And, like, I look like a bum right now. I need to go, like, take a shower, go to sleep so I can work tonight, and that's the end of it. I'm just going to go back to the way I was living my life before he was talking to me again, and just... Thank you guys for watching.